Boom shakalaka. Welcome back. Episode 18, Good If It Goes Jam. I'm your hostess with the most, your boy Mike. You got DJ. What you got, about 30 chains on today, huh?
Man, it's the same too, man. You got to stop this narrative.
Oh man, they be different carries and shit every week, man. You got more carries than Bugs Bunny around this motherfucker. But it's all good though.
All right.
Welcome back, y'all. Another episode of Good If It Goes Jam. We're gonna jump right into it, man. Y'all know how we do, man. We got 3 topics. 3 or more people we coming at, you know what I'm saying? Last week episode very special, so you know what I'm saying. If you missed that one, check for the Pat Bev episode, man. But today we can jump straight into it, man. So the first category, as always, is he good? So this week we talking about dude that played quarterback for Clemson. So Quan, you can throw that graphic up real quick. Is this brother good, DJ? This your namesake, man, so I know you got the answer. Is he good?
Unfortunately, nah. Like he really chasing a ghost, man. Like he chasing generational talent. Um, they Clemson went from Watson to Lawrence, from Lawrence to him, and you talking about 2, first round quarterbacks that's been in the league, national championship winners, guys that really put up a whole bunch of great stats on that biggest stage. And with Clemson, man, they are in that same tier over the past, let's just say, decade or so, where their program is now one of those national programs where they pretty much is playoffs or bust. They came in preseason ranked number 4, which was super high. I wasn't really sure as to why they was ranked so high. I know they're gonna get good skill position players, and I know that they're gonna be able to get guys on the defense that's going to be able to be impactful. But when it comes to him, man, when it comes to DJ, nah, he not good. And it's just sad to say it because, man, one, it's the name. You got DJ Khaled dropped the album. It was good. So it's man, you gotta live up to it. But no, even the game against Georgia Tech was a struggle. 19 for 32, 19 for 32 passing, 59% completion, and he only threw for 200 yards, 206 and a touchdown. Then if you look at last year, he only threw for 2,200 yards, 9 picks, and 9 touchdowns, and then 10 picks. And so that's not what a Clemson quarterback is supposed to do. That's not what we have grown to expect from guys that's in that position. And then now you got people clamoring for this the backup, oh, he came in, he threw a touchdown. I'm not sure if he's good either, but when Deshaun Watson was there, you wasn't hearing nothing about no backup. When Trevor Lawrence took over, you wasn't hearing nothing about no backup. It was just pretty much them. And then you got six or so years of greatness. And so for him to come in and to be where he at right now, it's not good because we haven't seen it. Last year was a disaster for them. They didn't even win the ACC, and then I'm not sure they're gonna win it again this year. So yeah, I don't think he's good, even though it pains me to say it.
Is this a surprise? Because when he came in season before last with Trevor Lawrence out with COVID, that was the worst we had seen Clemson look in years. So do you think this is a surprise at all?
Yeah,
Was
because
Dable just not ready for that? Because this is Georgia Tech. What was the spread, man? 21 or something, 20 and a half or something like that. And
the triple option school.
Right. And then they went, the Navy triple option at that. And then I think they gave up 7 points in the first what they scored 7 points in the first half or something like that. They gave
Something
up
like that,
7 points in the first half, and that was it to
yeah.
Clemson. So like, yeah,
Because it was
that
like,
brother is not good. And if
yeah,
you watch it, DJ Ukulele, you know what I'm saying, you probably not watching. You probably need to be watching some film or something. But yeah, bro, might be CDL time, my boy. Get some of that NIL money or something, and that's gonna be it.
yeah. I think to go back to like your previous question, like I don't think that because when he came in and he like spelled Trevor, like his stats wasn't bad. They just pretty much kept afloat. So like his stats wasn't really bad. They just pretty much kept afloat. But even with him coming in, people still wasn't calling for him to like start when Trevor came back. And so this really exposing Dabo like coaching, because in college you don't need a generational talent to win a national championship. Like you just need a bunch of guys that's like committed. You either need a real strong defense, be able to run the ball, skill position players that can really make plays, but you don't necessarily need a generational talent like, this is the guy that's going to be the number one draft, the number one draft pick, and we are going to win a national championship. You don't need that. And so Dabo, this is the first time in a while he hasn't had that. Because
Yeah,
even Bryant was before Watson, right?
and like Taj
Um,
Boyd, and
Boyd, like
yeah,
they was all like solid, and that
yeah,
started to get the Clemson ball rolling. Watson pretty much took them there,
yeah,
then they followed it up with like Trevor. So we going back four quarterbacks where like they was like solid to like great. They was all
right,
solid to like great, and now you got him who came in as another high prospect. He was highly rated. Got offers from like everywhere. So on paper, yeah, but it's like, no, I'm just ain't seeing it. Like you had a whole season of struggling, and then y'all kind of struggled against Georgia Tech, which should not happen. Like, especially coming in being ranked 4, like, yeah, this season really gonna push like to see what Dabble is about really, because now that you don't got a generational talent at quarterback or somebody that's even like decent, um, what are y'all going to do? Like, did you recruit well? Is your defense coming back? Is your running backs good? Is your wideouts good? Because besides their quarterbacks being really, really good, Clemson stayed with wideouts that can go and get it, and a defense stayed with sending guys to the league. So, okay, if your quarterback is not that guy, what else do y'all got?
yeah. Well, we in agreement there. No argument for me. Uh, we'll move on to our next topic. Damn wild of hate this week. Brian Kelly. Thank you, Quan, for the graphics. Shout out to Dequan Young, the master of ceremonies, the maestro. So this week we talking Brian Kelly, current LSU coach. So I'm gonna kick this off, man. Wild of hate for Brian Kelly. Did y'all watch the game Saturday? Uh, so I bet Florida. I did not put that on the pod. That was a day of bet. I was trying to find the upset. Thank the Lord I did. I had Florida first half and for the full game. So plus eyes. So go me. Shout out to DJ with the T-shirt on too, man. The original logo. I'm feeling that. Uh, but yeah, so so there's two things I want to point out why I hate Brian Kelly. I don't know what player it is. I should have looked up what player it was, but they got like this TikTok and it's like a 360 video camera, and they playing right foot creep with by NBA YoungBoy, which that's like one of the like greatest songs of all time, by the way. You know what I'm saying? It's like definitely top 15. So shout out YoungBoy. I know you watching in your bunker in Utah, so shout out to you, bro. And he going like this and hitting up. Come on, fam. Like, stop it. Stop it. I'm tired of these cool ass coaches of the Caucasoid kind trying to be all cool and shit. Like Roy Williams did it, it was cool. Couple more people like you know what I'm saying, be turning up, but they like really mean it. And then combine that with the fake accent, the like fake Louisiana accent. So that's like the number one and like 1A reason why I hate Brian Kelly. And then number two, the way he did his quarterback after the game, man. In the post game presser, man, like just he ain't rip him to shreds, but he basically blamed him. Didn't
Yeah,
take no accountability, man, for coaching that game. And
yeah,
LSU should have won that game.
yeah.
Uh, but you know, it
Because
was it was it was it was, it was close. It was fun. Uh, but so yeah, I was just like, I thought it was gonna be like a more anticlimactic finish. Definitely wasn't. And he blamed his quarterback. He basically just said like, okay, we thought we had him ready, and he didn't necessarily say it, but he definitely implied that his quarterback wasn't ready for the game.
so then
And
who fought is
you
that?
don't do that week one. You know what I'm saying? Like they could have kept Coach O for that shit. Like they really could have kept him for that because I don't think I've heard Coach O just go in on a player like that without also assuming responsibility for a loss.
Yeah.
And Coach O also coached like arguably the greatest team of all time too. So like he had room to like just take accountability for that. So maybe it's because Brian Kelly has come up short, and he was around for one of the worst like championship losses of all time too. So this dude don't know how to own up and own the stuff. So that's why I'm hating on Brian Kelly this week, man. Them two reasons and probably a lot more. Shout out to Schwab because I know he got some heat for him too that y'all probably gonna hear on the podcast tomorrow, the Quality Sports podcast tomorrow. But that's where I'm at with it, man. DJ.
Yeah, it was funny that you brought up that like TikTok video because like part of it is like when he throw up like the like L and then they like freeze it and then now they just been posting it and then making Brian Kelly like meme. The reason why I like hate him is pretty much because of like the Notre Dame stuff, like just one like he really didn't never get it done, and he kind of got this way about him where if you didn't know better, you would have thought that this guy won like 3 national championships already.
Right.
He didn't like made all these like great teams, and he didn't like done like all of these things, and so like he walk around like he like Saban or somebody when like he not like I don't like Nick Saban either, but okay, I gotta respect him as being like probably like the best coach in college football history, right? And so like, but Brian Kelly walk around like he's him, and
It's just like Charlie Weiss. It's
yeah,
just like Charlie Weiss.
yeah. So yeah, and I thought Charlie Rice was gonna be better, but like no, like they all just had this thing about them, but they teams never did nothing. So like, where do you get this sense of entitlement from when you haven't proved nothing? Now, is he a good coach or a decent coach? Yeah, because he turned around Cincy. Notre Dame was like always like in the mix, but when it come down to like game on the line or let's play against somebody that's like one of the big boys, your teams never showed up. And so like for you to be walking around and had this demeanor that you him and you not like that always rubbed me the wrong way. And I don't know if he got empowered from being at Notre Dame because I didn't know too much about him at Cincy. I know Cincy had like a couple of good years, and then he came to Notre Dame, and let me see what he's going to do here. But he pretty much did the same thing that Charlie Weiss, Ty Willingham, and like whoever else you want to name, beat up on Army, Navy, and whoever else. And then when it come time to play like those guys, your team don't show up. And now he about to get a rude awakening of going into the SEC because you can't hide there. Like you thinking that is sweet, and then an unranked random team, whoever that's not supposed to be good that year, run it up on you. Like you thinking that is sweet, and Kentucky blast you, Arkansas blast you, Florida blast you
Right.
before we know that they good for the season type of deal. Whereas like you're not getting that way with Notre Dame, and so like yeah, just him being him and him like just being around like his teams and just the stuff that he was saying, it just don't match. Like if he would have won at least one national championship, because you brought Coach O, I'll listen to him talk. I don't think Coach O is a good coach, but he won Natty, so that means he
Best
can
team of
talk.
all time, man.
Yeah, he can talk for the rest of his life. Like you can never take that away from him. So like no, like it's not a bunch of active coaches that got a bunch of rings. So it's like, and so yeah, man, like I would want for him to actually won something before he like was basically him.
Yeah. Well, they definitely should have won that game. Uh, FSU, I don't know. I was trying to find an upset so bad, and then I wanted to take LSU, and I'm so glad I didn't bet them because hell, I wanted it. So
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. So glad I went Florida, went with the right SEC team. I'll go from there. Shout out to the Gators too, man. Went from unranked to number 12 on the AP
yeah,
poll.
yeah. That
That's
was crazy.
swag. That's what we call swag there.
Yeah.
So the ghost of Tim Tebow continues to prod along. All right, last but not least, get him out of here. Uh, Dan Orlovsky slash sports media, NFL media, DJ, take it away.
So all right, let me preface this by saying like yeah, NFL is back.
NFL bike.
Yeah, and the Bears are back. I feel like the Eagles are going to have a really good year, and also like it's going to be a lot more parity in the NFL this year overall. Like nobody is really, I think, is going to be like heads and shoulders better than like the next team, and so for like the national media, including your boy Dan, to be like talking about the Bears like they're going to be the worst team in the league, it's like crazy. I've been seeing stuff like 3-14. I've been seeing stuff like yeah they're gonna have the number one pick. Um, um, like I've been saying stuff um, like yeah, this gonna be the worst offense we didn't seen in like decades. Mind you, the Bears, for all their like problems they have had like in their history, they have only picked number one in the draft two times since 1936. The last time they picked top three was Mitch in 2017, and then they traded up to go
Traded
to
up for that.
two. So before that, it was 2005 with Cedric Benson, and that was top four. So for everybody to be saying all of this stuff, and these dudes don't consistently pick top three, top five, which is crazy. Like it just blows me. Like because we got the Lions out here, we got the Texans, we got the Jaguars, we got the Jets, we got a whole bunch of teams who consistently get all these high picks, and the Bears don't. Now, as a Bears
Browns.
fan, yeah, Browns, like as a Bears fan, I wish they would have gotten all these top five picks, but they found a way at the middle to end of the season to pull out 6, 7, 8 wins. And then now you picking 13, 14 versus picking three. They don't never just like bottom out and be like super like bad. And
Right.
so like one thing that like blew me about them too was after the second preseason game, they was all down on like Justin Fields, like national media, anybody you want to name, ESPN, Fox, whoever. After that Cleveland preseason game when Justin Fields went crazy, they like, man, he reminded me of Patrick my Mahomes, and he reminded me of this guy. So like literally within a week, they went from this team is gonna bottom out to man, Justin Fields might be straight. Like he might be okay. And so like, but like the Bears have gotten a lot of criticism this summer. And like starting with like Dan, and then like I don't understand why they getting so much more than like all these other teams who don't really have like guys, or how like the national media be like, yeah, man, the Bears. skill guys are like some of the worst in the league. And then you look at like them bigging up the Packers. The Packers gonna start in like two rookies, and then a guy in his like second year, and then a bunch of old guys. But then you got like Darnell Mooney, who had 1,000 yards last year, and then Dan said that, well, you can't count on him because he's a fifth round pick. Like what? Like that literally makes no sense. Like it don't matter where you was picked at. It matters like are you balling or like not. And so like just some of the stories surrounding the team have been like lazy. And then I feel like once somebody does something in the media, guys pretty much hop on that and then they try to like nitpick everything. Just like right now, everybody on the Bills. Now that's scary for that team because when was the last time the team picked to win the Super Bowl and the quarterback made it? Last year that was Pat. Last year he was picked to win the MVP and Chiefs was favored to like win it all. And so like that
Last
don't
two
really happen.
seasons.
Yeah, and so like that don't really happen. And so like their narrative surrounding the Bears is lazy, and they just not doing a good job. Starting with like Dan and some of like the crazy stuff he didn't say. So he can go, man. Get him out of here.
Get them out of here. No disagree for me. Take the Bears plus 6.5, man. Get it while you can, bro. Get them out of here. And then I know you be watching because you be looking for takes. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't come up with your own. So you know what I'm saying? Maybe you can fire off a take about your damn self and your career.
Yeah, because he be breaking down the tape, and then like some of the stuff he be saying, I will give him credit for. Like it be decent, but like I just be like, where are you getting everything else? Like, where are you getting the rest of your takes from? Like, did you hear somebody else saying this? Or like what? Because if you break it down tape of Justin Fields, I need you to have that same smoke for Zach Wilson. I need you to have that same smoke for Trey Lance. I need you to have that same smoke for other guys that hasn't like really like proven anything. And so like yeah, man, he can go. The national media can go save all those tweets because the Bears definitely winning more than three games this year. I don't know if people looked at their schedule, but it's at least 7 teams on there that was terrible last year, and you telling me that they're not going to be able to win those games? All right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have no disagreement. Dan Orlovsky, get him out of here. And yeah, like I said, take the Bears plus 6.5 points and sprinkle a little something on that money line too. Coming for your ass, 49. Shout out to PJ. PJ been real quiet this week. FSU got to win. I ain't him turn up like he normally do because he know we coming for that ass this week. Shout out to him though.
Trade area, and then Kittle hurt, so that might bode in the Bears' favor.
You got to see what that running back factory looking like. But
Mitchell,
until then, folks, thank you all for joining us, man. We 18 episodes in. DJ, got anything else for the people, man?
NFL back, man. I'm excited. I feel like how you feel like when college basketball start. Like that's how I feel like for this Sunday. Actually, tomorrow, starting tomorrow, but then Sunday is definitely like, yeah, it's just gonna be a big day. So just happy about the NFL is coming back.
For sure. All right, y'all tune in. Good if it goes jam. Quality Sports Podcast, quality bets. Until then, we out. Peace.